well, it was about 10 months after Esme was born, or Magpie as she's known. Jemma was going back to full-time employment after a maternity leave, and I was working as a sound engineer in Manchester. The sound engineering just didn't fit in with the lifestyle that we wanted. It was starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, working up until 1 o'clock in the morning, and there was a crossover between me starting work and Jemma coming home from work. There was a couple of hours that just wasn't covered. So I'd done some joinery work as a teenager, and I was looking at making some pieces of furniture for Esme's bedroom, a toy box and a few other pieces, and yeah, just did it. Ended up making a bookcase of all things and got loads of nice feedback, and just went from there really. The name Oldman and Magpie, it was basically, the name came from me feeling like an old man. Esme's nickname at the time was Magpie, and it still is because she's obsessed with shiny things, jewels and necklaces. Anything sparkly really, and it was just like Oldman and Magpie like in the house during the day, and the name just went from there. The candle aspect came about because with the woodwork, I get booked up 6 months in advance, and we've got an online shop there, the Etsy shop, that was inactive in a way because people were sending inquiries through, but because I was already fully booked, I couldn't take any more work on, so we needed something that we could continue to sell even when I was busy and the woodwork and the furniture side was busy. We had something that people would come to the shop for, and I'd mentioned to Jemma about candles.
And I was looking for something to do in the evening to relax after work, and so I started pouring candles and experimenting with wicks and wax. So I initially started pouring the candles in the evenings when Esme had gone to sleep, or Magpie had gone to sleep, and that's where it all started. So the best thing about selling our candles on the market is you get to meet lots of really nice people and the traders, and there's a really nice vibe to these markets. It's just a really nice working environment, and I feel really lucky.
I think the more you do the markets and the more customers and faces you see over and over again coming back for the candles, and I mean, just a couple of weeks ago we had somebody saying they'd bought a coffee table from me last year and now they wanted one of our candles to put on top of that coffee table. So we're getting customers that have had woodwork in the past now want candles, and customers that bought candles contact me about woodwork, and it seems to work quite well as a product match. If we were to do anything differently, looking back now, it would be to try and progress things a little bit quicker. We started in an 8-foot by 8-foot workshop at home, which I made do with for 7 or 8 months before I took the leap and got into a proper functioning workspace. And then again, when the candles started being successful, you should have quit work a lot sooner rather than struggling through evenings and weekends of work on top of a full-time job, and me having to be in and out of the workshop within a couple of hours and pick Esme up. And
it's just having the confidence and believing in the thing that you do, and kind of taking the risk as soon as you know that it's right.
The markets have been huge since we've started. I mean, we did our first one in June of last year, so we've only really been doing them about 8 months, haven't we? But it's one thing being on Instagram, I find, and speaking to people via Instagram and again via Etsy when people get in contact, but having that face-to-face and speaking directly with somebody on a market stall, they can smell the candles, they can see how much love, attention, how much detail you put into what you do, and how much effort goes into it, and how much passion you have for it. And again, I can speak to them about the woodwork, even though we're not necessarily selling the woodwork on the market. I think it all comes back in together, that they're interested in the business as a whole rather than just one aspect of it. But the markets are different in a way. That it is a community at the market, but it's different because you're seeing these people week in, week out. We have a couple of days where the weather's bad and you help each other out setting up, and if one of you needs to go and get some lunch, then the other one will step into your stall and help out. And again, just with my artisan markets, what they've done, putting our markets out there on the website. People know where we are, when we are, and obviously more so with Pedddle, how that's going to be, where we can go in and edit where we are and tell people directly, list our own markets, where we're going to be next week and the week after.
So then Pedddle will become like our diary, and then somewhere we can send our customers to have a look where we're going to be, and then they can find out about other artisan markets that are going on.
We got told about what was my artisan markets by another trader who spoke highly, and then we thought, that sounds interesting. And when customers contact you now, you can say, log into Pedddle, all our markets are listed, where we're going to be for the next X amount of months, come down and we'll go from there.